We spoke about this wonderful event last week. It is called Coldest Night of the Year. It's happening February the 26th, and it's they're over, by the way, 160 participating charities coast to coast, and there are five here in Ottawa, and one of those five is called the Capital City Mission, and I am joined by its executive director, Keltie Davidson. Keltie, welcome to the show. Wonderful to have you here. And we talked about your partner Jericho Road last week and the wonderful work they do, and so this is an opportunity for you to tell us the wonderful work you do. Tell us a little bit about Capital City Mission.
Sure. Capital City Mission, our primary service is a daytime drop-in center. We meet at the corner of Rideau Street and Coburg, so we're in Lower Town. We serve light meals, coffee, and tea each day to folks in our community. Lots of folks traveling from Vanier downtown for services or living in community housing in neighboring buildings, or folks living in the shelter system. They don't always have a lot going on during the day, so it's a friendly place to come, to be connected with others in the community. It's also a really safe place for people to come and just be at rest, be at peace. When there's so much else going on in the world, it becomes just a steady home base for people.
Yeah, Kelty, it sounds really, mostly surrounded by really a social atmosphere, right? And giving people an opportunity to socialize and connect. And boy, oh boy, when you talk about connecting, especially that human connection, a great impact by the pandemic. How has the pandemic affected you at Capital City Mission?
Yeah, the pandemic has certainly been difficult for the folks in our community. We've, as a staff, we've had to transition the way we do things pretty dramatically. For many months, we were just open through serving food through our kitchen window. We're fortunate we had a window that opened right onto Rideau Street, so we were able to stay open the whole pandemic. But how we supported people had to look a little bit different. We've existed since 2000, and since 2000 we've always talked about being a place that works to fight isolation. Many people in our community already lived with the impacts of isolation, and I think our whole society is now learning how much isolation can affect a person's mental health, can contribute to addictions, has all of these impacts to people. And so I think that our society has greater understanding for actually what folks in our community were going through, previous to the pandemic. And we've had a lot of support from our community who just wants, us to keep doing what we're doing, keep providing supports for people.
Can you tell us, maybe one or maybe you have more than one, but some of those significant relationships that have formed through CCM?
Yeah, certainly. So I actually started with CCM 17 years ago. I was just out of high school and started as a volunteer, and I've continued being more and more part of the community. So I've over the years witnessed, many significant relationships that have formed. I think specifically of one where there's a young man in probably early to mid 20s who came in every day with earphones on, not chatting with anyone, but just kind of dipping his toes into the water of our community and wanting to know, what it's like here, if this could be a safe place. And it wasn't the staff that he first opened up with. It was an older lady in our community, kind of one of the community moms that comes in each day and is friendly and welcoming. And two developed a really special relationship. And years later, they're still supporting each other in a lot of ways. And I think with respect to the pandemic, our community was in some ways well set up. They have learned to care for each other. They've learned to ask when someone's not around, hey, Keltie, can you check in with so-and-so? I haven't seen them in a few days. So I've really seen how individuals become community and then family to each other and reach out and support each other just through that experience of having a coffee with someone at the corner.
Kelty, the Coldest Night of the Year event that's coming up, it's a big part of, financially, a big part of your budget and an important fundraiser. Give everybody the details of the event and how they can participate.
Sure. Yeah. Coldest Night of the Year, as you mentioned earlier, is across Canada. It's a peer-to-peer fundraising event. So people, they sign up online, they do all their fundraising online, and then when the walk day comes, they do their walk. And they fundraise for various organizations across the country, specifically focused on organizations dealing with homelessness, addiction, these sorts of things. And here in Ottawa, we do it with Jericho Road. For the last 6 years, we've done the Lower Town Walk, and we have usually about 250 people. We'd love to see that number jump this year.
Yeah. Well,
If you're
we'll
interested,
certainly help.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, Kelty, we'll certainly help with that. And by the way, it's 2 5 kilometer walk that's happening on February 26th. Visit the website to register, sign up, and help support a great organization here in the city. We'll be back with more after this.